Alex, your marketing is very well known in our community. And I don't want to give it away, but can you share a little bit about what you've done and how do you stand out?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So going back to when I was deciding to, dive into real estate as a solo agent, I think one of the scariest things or biggest questions you ask yourself is how can I separately brand myself? And, referring back to laying upside down on my bed,
Yeah.
trying to come up with the answers. I've always been a heels person. Love it. They're fun. It's a way to just kind of,
Like high heels?
Yes, high heels. Yeah.
All right.
High heels to clarify, red
Yeah.
specifically. So in the midst of the couple weeks leading up to, making the decision to go out on my own, I was sitting in my bed watching Netflix and my closet door was open and I had looked over and I saw my red heels. And it just it instantly clicked. It was like, oh my God, there's no place like home. My red heels, that's my staple. I wear those all the time. It makes total sense. I was so excited that I got up and I went out into the living room to tell Derek, my husband, I've got it. And he was like, you've got what? And I said, I've got it. And he was like, okay. And I said, there's no place like home with the red heels. And he goes, dork. And I'm like, no, it's genius. Yeah. It's absolutely genius because it's just me, it works. And I think that when you're trying to brand yourself, you have to do it in a way that's authentic to you. Otherwise it's not going to work. So that was kind of the story of how that came to be. And I'll never forget that because it's worked for me.
It has worked for you. One thing else, what do you think my size would be if I was I'm just kidding. One thing that has worked for you in the industry, though, is you have those people that walk into a room and be like, here I am, look at me. And one thing that I've seen is that when I've watched from afar is that you're like, there you are. It's not here I am, it's there you are to your clients. And that's something that's really important because they find you and you're like, there you are.
Yes.
So I want you to tell me a little bit about your marketing. And I don't think you're lead based. I think you're more of a referral based, right?
Yep.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah. I mean, when I first got into this business, I built my business off of trying to post on social media. And if you were to look at my social media videos from back in the day compared to now, you would probably laugh. They're pretty funny. Yeah. But I would say that the growth that's happened on social media has been mainly about my clients. I think a lot of agents will post just listed, just sold. I'm a storyteller. My business is about my clients. It's not about me. It's about them and their successes and their wins and their trials, their tribulations, all those things, right? So I think that a lot of people can relate to my social media posts because when I'm posting about their wins, it's something that they can relate to. So it's more about telling a story about them than saying, well, I just sold a house. It's not about me, it's about them. And so I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a room and someone comes up to me and says, I saw that story you told, or that thing that happened, and tell me about that, or let me tell you about what happened when I bought a house or sold a house, and they can relate to it. And that's that's the most important thing about this business, is being able to relate to people.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I love the approach. I think you're doing great. Like I said, you've expanded your footprint in our neighborhoods, our market locally, and the Wizard of Oz, if you don't know about the red shoes, I mean, we're in Minnesota, so I mean, it's Dorothy's, she's definitely a fan favorite here.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You bet.